Oh.
Oh my god, yes!
Hi everyone! Today I would like to give you a quick update from our Tree Islands project in Ecuador, where we are trying to reforest the abandoned pastures on our land. So back in March we planted around 1,000 trees, and we planted them in these clusters, or these so-called tree islands. And the idea is that these trees will kickstart the process of succession by basically shading out the grass and attracting animals that will hopefully bring seeds from the surrounding forest. So to start the process of recovering the canopy on these abandoned pastures, we planted a combination of fast-growing and slower-growing trees that fulfill different roles. And the fast-growing trees have been growing very fast indeed.
Here we are, so in the islands, in the square islands we did with Adriana, the volunteers and the member of the community. This one is, let's say, 6 months old. We planted when these little ones were probably like 40 centimeters high. Look how much in 6 meters they grow up. This is a good example. This is good news, not only for this guava. Also we have this warango here. This is jungle warango. It's a very healthy, growing slowly. And we have over there zapote. Look, we planted maybe like, they were like 45 centimeters high, but now it's more than 1 meter. You can see, guys. Also palm trees. This is sandy. Sandy is also tall tree. It's healthy. It's getting thick. You know, it's not growing up, but it's getting thick. That's the most important thing, to grow up, and then they will go up. Those guava we planted that small, let's say 20 centimeters. A few months ago. Look at this. This is a healthy plant. This is the last plants we did with the community after Mossy team left Ecuador. We did this. Look at this. This one is very healthy. This one it's probably in 2 months it will be maybe like 1.5 meter high. Here I want to tell you about this, what is happening. Why this little plant is not growing that quick? Look at this, those grass, you know, this saboya or any pasture, any cow grass are producing so much humidity, blocking the sunlight. Look at me. I'm sweating a lot. I'm totally wet. All my shit is wet because there is a lot of high temperature here. That's why these little plants are not growing that fast.
As you can see, the grass is really everywhere and it's growing very aggressively, and it's kind of suffocating the poor little trees. At the beginning we thought that it would be enough to cut the grass every 3 months based on some literature that we found and conversations that we had with people who have used this Tree Islands method and were reforesting or trying to restore forests under similar conditions. But we are learning that the grass is just growing back too fast and it's really affecting the trees. So going forward, we are going to cut the grass every 2 months until we see that we've started to tip the balance in the favor of the trees. And we also had some unexpected losses when a family of capybaras decided to move into one of the islands and eat all the trees. And this was actually quite a surprise because we didn't actually think that that this herbivory would be a problem where we are, because none of our neighbors are keeping any livestock. So although this has been pointed out in literature several times, that projects should be careful and make sure that they protect the trees against grazers. But we thought, this is not our case, but the capybaras kind of showed us wrong and surprised us.
Please follow me over here. Look at this on the ground. Down here, you can see the capybara. It's one of the huge rodent. They are like pretty much like a cow. They lop like river is down there very close from here, and probably they were having a babies and they were spending time here. You can see like grass on the ground. That's the let's say the track. Easily to recognize what animals were eating here. Very easy. I want to show you something. You can also see here, look at this hole. Look at the hole down there. There's many like little trails under grass. And those little sticks, every little stick is like 3 meters each. This is where we planted. And the capybara destroy it totally. Totally, they eat it, including the roots. And here you can see, look how the capybara, they eat the grass. You guys can see here, because this is cow pasture, cow grass. It's one of the acai plants. This is acai, but look how the capybara eat it. In other places, people, ladies from the community, they eat it, everything, digging on the ground, and they destroy it. I mean, they eat including roots.
But luckily, yeah, the losses were not that big. They ate the trees in 1 or 2 of the islands that are closest to the river. So we will replant these again and just hope that they won't decide to come back. And if they do, then we'll think about some ways to potentially protect the trees by fencing either the islands themselves or just the individual trees. And if you would like to learn a bit more about this project, you can dig a bit deeper into the methodology and the logic behind it on our new project website, or by watching the first video from this project that you can find on this channel that documents the planting, and we explain a bit more about what we did setting up the 3 islands. And before we wrap up, I would like to do a quick throwback to June, when Ben, our volunteer, was doing some camera trapping for us, and he had quite an exciting encounter in the jungle.
So a little story about why I put these ground cameras out. So I went out the other day at night, just on my own, just for a quick stroll just around the house. And this is the first time I've done it on my own. Normally I go with like Ollie or Ramiro, and I wanted to be, put my big boy pants on and go out for a night walk on my own, just to take photos of all the critters that come out at night. And I got just into the forest when I heard some sort of like thumping or rustling or whatever, and then I turned my torch over to where I thought I heard it, and I just saw 2 giant orange eyes, and I was like, actually can't say that word on camera. Basically, anyways, I saw this thing and I was absolutely terrified, like jumped out of my skin, sort of stood there frozen, like, oh my god, what is that? And then I it just disappeared without any noise. No matter how like close I put the camera to it, I just couldn't, the flash, the torch, I just could not see what those 2 eyes belonged to, and it was huge, and it just disappeared without noise, which is quite abnormal, because normally everything, all like the prey items here, just disappear, and they make so much noise as they're running, like the agoutis and all that. Like I heard this little thing like the size of a chihuahua from about 500 meters away. Anyway, so I didn't want to say what I thought it was. Like, I mean, obviously in the moment I was like, oh my god, it's a jaguar right there, I'm gonna die. I didn't really think that, but I just thought I felt very vulnerable in that moment. And so I was like, okay, I headed back to the house, and I was like, okay, tomorrow I'm going to go out, I'm going to put some camera traps around, see if I can catch what that was. Kind of expecting just to get deer, agoutis, wild pigs that we have around here. But I've just come to check this camera. I hope you can see that. Pretty cool. Feel a bit small in the jungle now because I'm alone again collecting the camera traps, but how cool is that? We've got a jaguar on the land. That might be the one that's been eating a few dogs in the local area. I don't know, but that is pretty cool. I'm like shaking a bit with excitement, and that is just insane. I'm so happy that I put these out, and I can't wait to tell Adriana. Say hello to Freddie.
He's back.
He's not the cool thing I'm showing you, don't worry.
Hello.
Say hello to Morgan. Camera around. So
Oh my god, yes! I thought when you said if I want to see something cool, I thought it was either gonna be Shirul I showed up or we had a Jaguar. Yes!
This morning, Ben and me, we went to see the Jaguar place, Jaguar spot. It is 100 meter in a straight line to a camera trap where he shooted Jaguar, but impossible to see the Jaguar footprints. But in the way back, we are very close to the road, and this is a little muddy, a little wet part here. And I was just looking down, and look, I found actually. Look at this. You can see a little bit. This is Jaguar footprint. Look, this is the half part. I don't know how you call, but the fingers or the claws, it's right here. Yes, all this is a Jaguar spot. Wow, so that means the Jaguar probably passed through the road, crosses the road, and maybe went into the another part of the, I mean, into the riverside, for example. I don't know. Look at this. Wow. Yeah, maybe yesterday was more clear to see here, but I can recognize here. Oh, that's incredible.
So we didn't want to share this footage previously, just because we really wanted to make sure that the information doesn't get to the wrong people. But now that some time has passed, we are really glad that we are able to share this with you. And I hope that you enjoy seeing the Jaguar just as much as we did. And as always, if you like our work and if you would like to support what we do, you can do so by becoming a Mossy Earth member on mossy.earth. Thank you again for being with us, and until next time. Ciao, ciao.